These dogs are bred like labs and golden retrievers and stuff like that. They're like bred to just be gentle. That's why you can take them like hunting and fetching and like play with them, and they'll like do that bite where they like kind of they just like they're real gentle. It's not like a pit bull where like they have a genetic thing in them where that's why they call it lockjaw. I saw this video of this girl. She's walking down the street and another dog comes up to attack her and her dog. And her pit fucks that dog up and has it at the back of the spine. You know how their ribs will stop and then you have that little meaty spot by the spine?
Mm-hmm.
Like right where the ribs end? It was lockjawed on the back, completely on the back of that, right there where the like knees were smacking it almost. And shaking the fucking dog back and forth. Literally had another dog come up and attack it. Turned the tides, came to fuck up the dog attacking it.
Yeah.
Bit it on the back where the fucking shit was all like right where this curvature is right here, and was picking it up and shaking it around. And then she's like, "Oh my god!" And this guy videoing, he's like, "Don't be mad at her. Don't be mad at your dog. Like he's protecting you. He's taking care of you. Like." You know, you better
That's
take
true.
him home and give him a treat.
Damn right.
You know, give him a fucking,
saved your ass.
Stop by McDonald's and give him a burger because he's earned it. He literally did his job. That's like, this is your dog came to defend you.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at him. It was inspirational almost. Like, and this was some dumbass hood video.
No, that's cool, dude. I like watching videos like that.
YouTube. Are we on? Oh, we're on.
It's been live. I've been trying to do it like Joe Rogan, how when we go live, I try not to say anything, so we just
That's smart.
Go straight, like keep conversation. So yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Thanks.
It's more natural that way.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What are your thoughts on Joe Rogan not doing live anymore?
I was gonna ask you the same question. Did you ever have? What did he say? What did he say?
Never
something?
said anything.
All of a sudden, I started noticing it'd come up at like 11 at night.
Yeah,
8 at night, and I would. And you know me at work, I could listen to Joe Rogan while I work.
Yeah, that's what I like to do, dude.
I can listen to him live
I
while
like
I'm
listening
working.
to him live.
And I knew that around like 12, he's gonna live podcast, and I can listen to him live till about 3 every day. But he just all of a sudden now he doesn't live upload. He'll make a video and then send it out late at night.
Did you watch the Brian Callen one?
I've watched every single one for the last like 2
Okay,
months.
when he did the Brian Callen one, he was like, "Hey guys, we're live. I never saw no live notification.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was just saying that. Like, what the
like
fuck?
live,
what
like
happened?
a recording, I think.
I don't know, dude. I was just like,
I don't know.
I mean, I still like it regardless. I just like
Yeah.
being live is more natural. When you record,
You know what though?
When you pre-record something, you can
Yeah.
edit something out.
I don't think he'll do that. But you know what was
I don't
crazy?
know, dude.
I don't see any editing. There's no video.
Well, yeah, I don't see any
editing.
jump cuts or
There's
anything
nothing
like
in
that.
there.
Yeah,
So
of course.
It's not like it's not like they're recording, going in, editing, then going back, record and putting it online. Like they record it and then put it online later, I think. And I think he gets to pay less on ads or something doing it that way. But you know what it did do? It made it to where when he did the TJ or TC Fletcher, I was at Winco. And then next thing you know, he downloaded the video and I got to listen to the first 10 minutes and that's where he starts to talk about dying. And he tells you about what it's like when he dies. And that's how he's not scared of death, because he knows that there's an afterlife. He knew that for sure. Or at least he knew he wasn't worried. So he's died twice now. And when you hear that, I listened to the first 10 minutes and I was in Winco and I was just going like, wow. Like you hear this man talk about his near-death experience that he's had 2 of. and how it went like a screen. He said like a TV screen. He said he blacked out before he died. He just fucking black screen and it was like a white dot and everything. Done. Just out of nowhere. Dead.
That's what happened. Well, kind of what happened when I got hit by that fucking car. I don't know what the fuck happened until I woke up and I was like, whoa.
Like a near death experience, bro. And that wasn't like you had a disease.
tripped me
See,
out a
that would
little.
trip me out if you saw something because you didn't have like a heart attack or anything like that. Like you were in a scenario where you were very close to the percentage of death. Like the math of your dying, like if you could do the math of your death,
I don't know if I died or not, honestly.
you could,
Like,
if
as
you
a
were
fucking-
slightly in this direction a little bit more, you would have died. You see what I'm saying?
There's a gap in time I don't fucking remember, and that's just maybe from my head. Maybe that just knocked me so cold I did that and like kind of rebooted or some shit. No, but if, I probably would have been fucked up if I. Just probably followed me a little bit, like, because I woke up face down, just like hurting. Oh shit! See the car over there? Holy shit! What the fuck is happening? And I'm like, I don't know how long it's just passed.
Oh, look who joined the podcast, guys.
You got any
Scooby Snacks?
That shit was a crazy night because I got up and I was like, "Where's my shoes?
And you go.
My backpack, and everything else?" Like, because it all got knocked off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess what I was saying is that if you were slightly in any direction,
Oh, run over,
Done.
like
done.
under the car. instead
So
of-
it would trip me out if
Flying.
you had some if you had a feeling it's because like it's like a final destination where like the math almost added up in your direction.
I fucking just leaned as hard as I could to the right into the rocks, and I was like, "I'm going down that way."
Who knows?
So
Who knows?
I just went like
Maybe
like,
that's what saved you.
curving, and then I just fucking was like, "Oh fuck!" I just did this literally. So let's say I'm riding, cruising, and I just went back and like carved my board hard as I could. 'Cause I leaned like my right shoulder in more too, and just fucking, I so fucking got clipped and.
Yeah, man. I mean, I regret a lot about that night.
Yeah.
But
Turned out all right though.
near death experiences. I don't think I've had I've had a gun pointed at me twice when I was on the job, and
That's the
I've had two instances where I've had guns pulled on me.
yeah,
One time I had two guns pulled on me. One time I had one gun pulled on me. Two different occasions.
yeah. It feels like you're just powerless, and that's what
It sure
you don't
does.
understand about the word until you're actually you're in front of a gun and somebody's got their finger on the trigger, and if they so choose, you are dead, no matter what the reasoning is. Doesn't matter whether it's worth it. Doesn't matter whether you go out with some reasoning. You're dead. This person could just not feel good, and you're dead. And then they get to explain it, and you're just a story. And I've been around having someone have guns when it was like a fight and somebody had a gun, and that didn't scare me. But having a gun pointed at you I was like, this is a fucking bum with a gun. He's fucking crazy, and he's got a gun. And then the second one was like, somebody's pointing a gun at my register girl. But
That one, Florida shooting and shit. It's happening.
I can't even keep up. I don't remember how many I've missed out on. There's like a bunch of shootings that I just.
Coming for someone
But there was,
who just
there
left
was one-
Florida?
Last I checked,
No, not Florida.
is-
Colorado.
No. Florida?
I don't know.
Look up Florida, though, dude.
I don't know.
I
Somebody,
was
dude, there was a
thinking-
plane that crashed with like 451 people on it or something like that.
Yeah, it's different.
Was that recent?
It was a major jetliner or something like that with all the people dead.
I think it was a different
Hold on.
country.
Let me look.
But there was like a few. But anyway, that one kid, he helped save some people, I guess, because he jumped up and like rushed the gunners, but they were like the same age, like 18-year-olds or some shit. When I read up on it, But he ended up dying because he rushed them and took a few shots, I guess. Yeah, dude. It's no joke. Guns pull on you, like, there's 2 ways to go.
What do you guys think of Jeff Bezos' moon lander?
I didn't hear about it. I know that all I know is he had a divorce, and the second him and his wife got a divorce, his wife became the second richest woman in the world. He had to get a divorce with over $100 and something billion.
It's his moon lander. He wants to land that on the moon.
That looks like something they made back in the 80s.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. That's Jeff Bezos next to his moon lander. Look it up. It's on space.com. The only reason why I bring it up is because he's talking about landing people on the moon and stuff. And, like, dude, he's probably, I don't know if he's SpaceX's #1 competitor right now, but, dude, SpaceX has plans to go to, like, Mars. NASA has plans to go back to the moon. And fucking, it's called the Blue Moon Lander, right? So fucking Elon Musk trolled him and, like, photoshopped the image. So he erased the moon and put balls. And he said, "Oh, stop teasing us, Jeff." So instead of it saying blue whatever, it said blue balls. Elon's like, "Stop teasing us, Jeff."
It does kind of look like a ball, though.
It is a ball. I just thought it was funny, but weird though. Like, dude, how you're gonna build a moon lander? Yet you have all your rockets have done like almost zero.
You guys aren't playing still, are you?
No,
Okay.
but like he
Cornhole.
hasn't done anything really with his rockets though. He hasn't done any, like, as far as I know, he hasn't done really any commercial orbit launches, like satellite launches or anything like that. Elon Musk has. He's building the rocket right now to go to Mars. He built the Falcon Heavy, I believe, to send cargo to Mars, which worked. And he's going to send the BFR to send people there.
Well,
Got it?
BFR, which is the BFR, is that like a different form of the Falcon 9 or something? Like just the passenger version? Or is that
Falcon
the
9? Like a fucking video game
I saw a video.
spacecraft?
I saw a video of him talking about making
Falcon Punch.
Right?
He wants to commercial space flight. The thing.
You know what? When we're able to hop out front, hop in the car, and go just to fucking space.
Well, not like that. It's
No,
like
but that's when it'll change the world. That's when the landscape will change.
a lot more people probably will fucking
There it is. BFR.
up during them. Think about there's already enough
They're
accidents on the
working
road-
on
on the
like-
road, but like
It's like it looks like one of those model rockets you shoot in the air.
It's a two-stage rocket.
Everything that
goes-
dude's into is just trying to make a profit, though.
Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
No,
I mean-
not Elon Musk.
Jeff Bezos?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Jeff Bezos, dude. If you watch interviews between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, dude, Elon Musk, he's like, there's 5 things that's gonna fuck the world, and he chose like 3 out of the 2 to try to help the world. That's 1, electric cars, get rid of fucking pollution, fossil fuels. 2, solar city, use solar fucking panels, and get rid of fucking, big power companies, nuclear plants, whatever. That's 3. Be able multi-planetary species.
water power too from the current. Have you seen those devices?
I haven't.
It's pretty much a system that's buoyed onto a fucking hinged system that
Look up a
transfers-
picture and then show it to the people so they know real quick. 'Cause I don't even know. Show me a picture of it too.
But pretty much it generates power off of the waves coming into shore.
Kind of like the old school fucking back in the day. They had that water thing that would you know, they would have what the hell is it called? It's like back in the time of Tom Sawyer, that giant water wheel that would have water. Like if you put it in a river that was going this way, it would move the wheel, which moved another contraption. Say if you like wanted to saw logs, it would move a giant saw up and down as it was going.
Okay.
To saw giant logs for, you know, lumber back in back in like the Tom Sawyer days.
Okay.
Like back in the day, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, bet. That's what kind of he's reminding me when he's saying that, just a little bit more advanced.
Huh.
Will we find out?
Because it.
Just kidding, folks.
I didn't hear what you were saying. I was hella high. I fucking zoned out.
That's what Ian's talk show is all about.
How was the trip, man?
It was all right.
Did you end up just taking the extra two?
No.
No.
She came over earlier than I thought. She came over like right at 6, dude. Right at 6, like 20 minutes after you said you couldn't come over.
Oh, okay.
And which was weird because she texted me like 10 minutes after you were like, "Hey, I'm not gonna come over." I was like, "Yo, that's cool, dude. We'll do
Perfect.
it. We'll do it next weekend.
Yeah.
No worries, dude. I plan on doing it next weekend too."
Uh-huh.
And fucking, so she hit me up 10 minutes after, like I said, and she was like, "Yo, I'm actually busy. I can hit you up like after I'm done, still see if you still want those." I was like, "Fuck, double whammy." So I walked to Winco, bought a pack of smokes, 2 tall boys, came back. I'm like 5 minutes away from home. She hits me up. She's like, "You know what? I just realized I'm actually free." And I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Huh.
Because I was like, "Dude, I've been trying to plan this since like 9 in the morning."
Right? I knew you were excited.
And well, only because you were like, "Yo, dude, let's plan it and do it." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah,
you know,
and I would have
kinda,
been down, but I had to make $200.
That's cool. And I kind of fucked up and did it the day instead of like I probably should have asked like a day or two before.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, let's do it next weekend.
Next weekend I can do Sundays. I can't do Saturday because I know I'm gonna be. Well, I can maybe do Saturday night.
What about Friday night or Friday? Friday after work.
I work. Okay, I can get off work and do some acid. Yeah, that's good. Friday after work.
All right. I've done a shit ton of acid, dude, lately. Like a bunch. I mean, a lot, dude. And I think I might, after I do this major trip with you, like I plan on dropping 4 hits straight from the vial. I've been like the last 6-7 hits I've been doing straight from the vial from her.
Uh-huh.
I got her able to come over with the vial, dude. I did 1 hit under my tongue, 1 hit on my tongue yesterday. But my whole point is, after I do this trip with you, I think I'm going to do mushrooms for like a couple months.
That's good. I think that's
you want
good.
to do some mushrooms with
I think
me?
that's good to.
She can get DMT and mushrooms.
I want to
dude.
get DMT. I would rather do
The only thing about the DMT is, do any of you guys actually have like a spare or extra weed pen? Because she gets DMT cartridges. So you
What?
got like multiple hits in a cartridge, $60. I'm like,
What?
dude, all I want to do is 3 hits of DMT, and I just want to zone out. Yeah, that's what she can get. $60 for a cartridge of DMT. Dude.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is dope.
Okay. Yes.
Dope.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, I want to hold off on the
I
acid
wonder
for a
what
little
the
bit.
concentration of that, because I'd rather do like a pure.
Well, isn't a weed cartridge almost pure THC?
I mean,
Think about it in the same way.
There's
as
also like a
DMT.
terpene in it.
But I'm not
terpene
sure
in
how it is because I've never done DMT. So I'm real iffy on it. But I really want to do. I
I
want to
mean,
start doing.
just close your eyes on DMT and.
I want to do some shrooms though, because do you know Terrence McKenna? Have you ever heard Terrence? Dude, I've been ever since before I started doing acid, dude. I knew about Terrence McKenna, and he's more into shrooms. And like yesterday, dude, when I was tripping, I watched 4 hours of Terrence McKenna, dude. On when he went to the Amazon, when he was young, when he fucking just everything, dude. I'm like, I think I'm gonna hold off on the acid for a little bit. I've done my duty. Give it a break. Trip a couple more times. Definitely one more time with you, and definitely one more time with him. Like next weekend with you. I'm probably gonna do 4 hits from the vial, and then I'm gonna get like a. Well, Terrence McKenna. Here's the thing. Terrence McKenna says do 5 dried grams of mushrooms on an empty stomach. I've done 5.5 to 6 grams on like 2 slices of pizza because I throw them on a pizza. So I don't like the taste.
I honestly can't.
but I didn't really hallucinate. So I'm like, I don't know. But I could be wrong though, because dude, about like 9-10 grams or a half ounce or 12 grams and split between like 4 or 5 people, and we just fuck.
Most I've taken is an 8.
I like to go to the extreme a little bit.
I would take a quarter, but
Me
it'd be
too.
hard for me to ingest a quarter.
Oh,
So
that's where you guys.
that's where I'd have to grind it down. I gotta grind it down and put it in like a smoothie.
Well,
Soak it in lemon juice.
what if we did the tea? I heard
I
the
don't
tea.
know.
I
Tea's a good idea.
heard
You might wanna go like
Zoe told me
5,
tea
no.
hits you in 15 minutes, bro.
I wouldn't mind the tea, but I have to be able to drink it.
Yeah, me too, dude. I
don't
think maybe
know.
eating it might be just the better way.
It's really fucking hard to eat shrooms.
That's why you throw them on a pizza, dude.
No, I'm telling you, that's the worst idea for me, bro.
Why? You grab some shrooms, throw them on one slice, grab another slice, sandwich that shit.
It doesn't work for me.
What's
It
your
doesn't-
favorite? Okay,
I have
what's
a
your favorite
strong
food?
gag reflex.
What's
I'm
your
telling
favorite
you,
food?
It
then?
wouldn't work that way for
But
me.
what's your favorite food then?
I have a lot of favorite foods.
What's your go-to food?
I can't throw mushrooms on like nachos or like in a fucking.
I'm not talking about snack. I'm talking about food.
That's my I like
Okay,
I like
well,
Mexican
shit.
food.
Well, how do you do mushrooms then?
This is what I'm. Well, the last time I
yeah, that
did
was
it,
the last time you did it.
I ground them up. Okay,
Uh-huh.
ground them up, poured it all into a shot glass, like a tall shot glass or a wide one.
Oh, okay. What, an eighth?
An eighth.
Okay.
Grind it up, put it in a shot glass, and then I soaked it in lemon. Okay, and then I thought I had the idea to make a smoothie, but at the time I didn't have the utensils. Like I didn't have the blender. I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So I just kind of drank the fucking like the shot. I drank it and I would chase it with like something juicy, like a juice basically. I got a jug of juice. So I drink the fucking grinded up mushrooms and take a shot of juice with it behind it, like a taking like a little bit of this. It was kind of hard because it was like you don't want to swallow particles, but I made it work, and I ended up having I had a lot of liquid in my gut after it, So what I want to do is take that soaked lemon the soaked lemon shrooms ground up, and then I'm gonna throw it in a smoothie.
Okay. We should definitely do shrooms.
I'm hella down, man. I like acid because it's kind of
I like
easier on my stomach.
I
But
love acid too, dude, but
shrooms are a little not easy on my stomach.
I need to experience a weird.
Shrooms are fucking fun, man.
I
mean,
need
like,
to do
remember
weird-
how we were laughing, dude? It's all the laughter and less emotional, I feel like.
That's more or less what I'm going for.
Yeah.
I'm going for more of like a hallucinogenic spiritual trip.
Yeah. It's more fun.
But
If
yeah,
you want to,
it is
like,
way
meet yourself, I feel like acid is a little bit better. Shrooms is like it's like fun.
What we should do is trip on some fucking shrooms. We should watch the Terrence McKenna True Hallucinations video.
Okay.
It's I think 2 hours long, dude. It's the best, bro. Literally, like you're gonna be happy you're watching this, and then whatever happens after that, fucking happens, dude. And that should be our mushroom trip. Want to trip on some mushrooms? I know you're not big on like tripping on acid too many times, but what about mushrooms? What about mushrooms? Well, if I trick you over a pizza with mushrooms and fake it.
I don't eat mushrooms.
Man, okay, wise guy.
This guy coming from the guy that's trying to eat more vegetables. The one day he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give mushrooms a
Dude,
try.
I'm telling you, psilocybin will help you with some shit.
You know it's.
No.
Why aren't you denying it?
You can
I've
get.
done it in the
You
past.
can't deny it.
No,
I'm gonna
I've
stay
You can
try it.
microdose.
Nah,
I've
nah,
done
nah.
it before. I've done it in the past where I've taken I've done it 5-6 times in the past.
You can microdose. Actually, a lot of people are.
Is it because you had a
microdosing.
bad
Well,
trip?
I was doing half of an eighth at a time.
I would no. I'm talking like one.
Zoe told me about
one
her bad
shroom.
trip. Shit was crazy.
One shroom.
Oh yeah, I'm talking like
It's got a lot of medical benefits.
I'm
Actually.
talking about like
It does, dude.
the 16th of a fucking thing. That's what I took.
Yeah.
So
you're not
that's when
gonna
I was
get
just
many
chilling.
hallucinogenic
Well, no,
properties,
I've
but
done
you're
a
gonna
full eighth before.
a full eighth. I didn't really hallucinate, but everything wasn't like I could stand next to a tree and I could be like, whoa.
I was cool off of Floyd. I like it.
I don't really
But
like
I had
microdosing,
some
dude. I
bullshit.
took 2 grams or a gram and a half the first time I ever done mushrooms,
Yeah.
and didn't really like. I just felt like
Well, you know,
I was just
they're-
like happy. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go do this and blah blah blah. But when I took the 5.5 to 6 grams, bro,
Mhm.
I'll never take anything less than like 6 grams ever from now on when it comes to mushrooms.
Well, what I mean is you can microdose in the fact that you're not going at
Unless
it
it's
trying
like
to get high.
powerful caps.
You're just there to have the benefits. So like it gives you a creative benefit. Like there's a brain growth that comes to just having like one shroom a day where you're not gonna go like, I'm not here to get high. I'm not here to smoke. I'm not here to. Yeah, that's what they do. Is they microdosing is to where you take enough to where it's not gonna get you high, but you get all the benefits. It's like when people microdose with like THC and stuff. So
Or
they'll
CBD.
they'll like eat a pill with 10 milligrams of marijuana a day. 10 milligrams of marijuana. It's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, but they say it helps.
Yeah,
That's the
and so
thing.
like Joe Rogan doesn't really smoke much right now, so he'll eat like a pill that's 1-to-1 ratio with 10
I haven't seen him
milligrams
smoke on
CBD
the
and
last 10 podcasts.
yeah.
Dude.
And so it's 10 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD, and they just use it to microdose so that you can get all the cognitive benefits, all the like muscular benefits, all the nerve benefits. Like your nervous system works a lot better on psilocybin. You have the connections between the neurons fire better when you're on psilocybin. Like there's a lot of different attributes that come to psilocybin that's not just about getting high. And that's all what Terrence McKenna was all about. Like when you watch Joe Rogan's podcast, there's this guy he died.
Dennis McKenna? Are you
Yeah,
talking about his
Dennis
brother?
McKenna, yeah. And so he's on like the forefront of this whole legalization of shrooms because
Yeah, dude, he's Terrence's
you know,
brother, dude.
he
He was
has
there.
a-
He experienced it with him in the Amazon jungle.
yeah,
That's a part of the True Hallucinations.
yeah. And
documentary I
he
showed.
doesn't necessarily get high all the time,
but he
but he
understands it.
microdoses every day.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys some Terrence McKenna, bro.
Yeah, it could be a fit. So, really good. Like, that's why Colorado, I guess, just legalized
Well,
it.
they didn't legalize it; they decriminalized it. So that's a first step amongst many
I don't know if
steps.
really
That just means you can't.
You can't go to jail for it.
Yeah,
You cannot go to jail for having shrooms. That is what it means.
bro. It helps people, dude. Believe it or not, there's a reason why like our ancients.
It really does. And the thing is, there's a whole lot more than just getting high. Man. There's like a fucking benefit to it.
Yeah, there is.
Maybe that's what's wrong with society so much nowadays. Is we've thinking that just
We
like
just
getting
still
high, it's got
stereotype
a
it, dude.
stigmatism.
It does. We still stereotype it.
Shrooms
Acid.
and acid. And I mean, some people. I mean,
You can abuse it.
there's a lot of people that don't live to their full potential because, I mean, who's to tell whose full potential is what? You know, we are gifted life. It is something I didn't put in on. It was free. I got gifted it. And who am I to tell anyone the way that they're living isn't right? You know, I may not like a lot of things people do, but I can't tell them how to live their life. And I feel
to
like,
an extent.
well, there's
People out there fucking murdering
nowadays we
everything.
can say that to an extent, but to an extent back in the
I'm not
day,
gonna
Why don't you go
fucking-
do it, Doc?
to an extent is a line that's
Yeah.
it's like a line drawn in the sand. Every time the next high fucking tide comes in, that line is a little bit different, and we have to an extent on a lot of things, you know. But it changes, and I'm not disagreeing with that. You know, obviously, if I know that the guy next door is beating my wife, or if I know the guy next door is beating on his children or something,
Sorry.
then I got to do something about it.
I
But
said beat.
You go back like 3,000 or 2,000 or 200 years, they didn't give a fuck. That was his fucking children. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a difference of opinion on times, and even some places in this world they don't do much. So like we've come this far, we just have to destigmatize the thing about getting high and realize like, okay, I'm not here to tell you like, okay, maybe this fucking where's a chicken rooster? It's crazy. I don't know. I'm high though.
You know, some chimps will fuck their sisters, but not their moms. The moms won't fuck the sons, but they'll like the sisters and brothers will fuck in some
Yeah.
chimp societies. And they're saying that a certain chimp or monkey species has finally entered the Stone Age.
What?
Yeah.
Is that?
You know, like how Neanderthals
Whoa.
and us have entered went to the Stone Age, the Bronze, the fucking blah blah blah, etc. Apparently,
Probably.
apparently some chimps entered the Stone Age as well. That's what they say. Look it up. Want me to look it up?
That's great. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dude, I'm surprised you don't know this. Joe Rogan's obsessed with chimps. That's how I found out.
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, dude. He's talking about. He always talks about chimps.
Unfortunately, I gotta get going.
All right. Well, we'll end it at that.
Whoa.
Whoa. What?
Me too.
All right. Thanks for Ian's Talk Show number 22. Me, Andre, and Jordan.
Yeah, stay home. Ready to go to my grandparents.
And happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Yeah.